Microsoft Excel is one of the most commonly used spreadsheet programs in the world. A spreadsheet program is normally used for data entry and calculations. What I'm using is Microsoft 365. You might be using another version like 2003, 2007, 2010, 2013, 2016, 2019, 2021, and your interface might not appear the same as mine, but all of them are similar. Starting from Excel 2007, Microsoft completely reorganized the user interface of the Office products. Instead of the old menus and toolbars, there are now tabs and ribbons. Firstly, we have the tabs, which are the Home, the Inserts, the Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, Automate, available only to 365 users, Developers, which is normal, not available by default, but can be activated by the user, and we have the Help. To get the Developers tab, you have to go to the File menu, click on Options, and click Customize Ribbon. I have Foxic PDF Reader embedded so that I can easily just convert my Excel files to PDF whenever I need them. When you click on a tab, it displays a ribbon. Like when we click on the Home tab, it displayed a Home ribbon. That is a list of commands that are grouped under the Home tab. For example, we have commands like cut, copy, and paste. We have the font group where we can bold the text, italics, change the font type, we can change the font size, we can change the font color. We have the alignment group where we can choose how to align our data. Next is the numbering group where we can decide which numbering format to use for the data, be it a number, a text, a currency, a date, a time, a percentage, a fraction, a scientific number, or a custom number. We can increase or decrease the number of decimal places. We can introduce comma as a separators for numbers. Then we have the style group where we can do conditional formatting, we can format data to a table, and we can style our cells. We have the cells group where we can insert, delete, and format cells. The next is the editing group where we can sort and filter, and we can find and select data in a cell. The second tab is the Insert tab where we can insert tables, we can insert picture, we can insert shapes, we can insert equations, we can insert text boxes, we can insert objects, we can insert comments, and others. The Page Layout tab is to decide on how we want our page to be laid out, where we can set the orientation, which can be landscape or portrait. We can decide on the print area size, the theme we want to use, and background and other aspects. In the Formulas tab, we can insert formulas here. We have different groups of formulas and functions like financial functions, logical functions, text functions, date and time functions, lookup functions, math and trigonometry. We have more functions which include statistical functions, engineering functions, and other functions. The Data tab is used to manage data. From this tab, we can import data from different sources like text files, pictures, the web, and other sources. From the Review tab, we can protect our worksheet, we can protect our workbook with a password. We can check spellings, we can translate, we can do smart lookups, we can manage comments in our worksheet and all other aspects. We have the View tab where we can decide on how to view our workbook, either normal or on the Page Layout view. If we don't want to view the lines in the workbook, that is the grid lines, we can uncheck it. We can decide if we want to view the navigation pane. We can decide if we want to view headers and footers as well as other aspects. So basically, these are the tabs that are common to all versions of Microsoft Excel. The Automate tab is available only for 365 users. After we have discussed on the tabs, we are going to be using the commands from the tabs as we go through this tutorial so as to master them. The next thing that we have to know is what these lines are called. Normally, this is what we call a worksheet. The worksheet is divided into columns and rows. We have the columns here labeled with alphabets A, B, C, D, E, F, and so on. And we have the rows labeled with numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. The boxes where the columns and rows intercept are called cells. And the name of a cell is displayed in what is called the name box. Beside the name box, we have the formula bar. When you type in any formula or data in a cell, it appears in the formula bar for easy editing. Just like we have our notebooks, which are made up of many sheets in Excel too, We have workbooks, which are a collection of many worksheets. I have about 100 sheets here which made up this workbook. To add more worksheets, we can keep on clicking on this small plus sign to add more sheet. From 2016 and newer versions, the workbook comes just with one sheet by default, but we can add the sheets. Older versions of Excel come with 3 sheets by default, but we can add up to 255 sheets. We can also rename the sheets by right-clicking on it and selecting Rename. We have the up and down scroll bar and the left to right scroll bar to scroll around the sheet. Up here we have what we call the Quick Access Toolbar, which is used to keep some common commands for an easy access. We are going to discuss the Quick Access Toolbar in the next lesson. Just by the Quick Access Toolbar, we have the name bar, which shows the name of the file. For example, our file here is called Excel Training. So whatever you name your file, it will be displayed in the name bar. Here we have the search bar. This is a summary of the interface of Microsoft Excel. If you follow through this training, you will become more acquainted with the interface of Microsoft Excel. Follow us to receive updates for our next lessons.